For years, we worked here at the Video King.
Which was owned by this weird millionaire.
And then he died in this strange accident.
And left us $1 million.
But we can only have the money if we watch all the crazy old videos in this giant locker.
It's like something out of a bad TV series.
I guess, but somebody's got to watch this stuff if nobody else is doing it.
The Video King was a billionaire, a global thrill seeker, skydiving everywhere. When his parachute failed, he was crushed to dust, and his will left Jay and Rick $1 million trust. But the will's got a stipulation: if they wanna collect the dough, Jay and Rick are gonna have to sit through every video. So you're gonna see some flicks and watch some TV too. Now you can take the trust fund challenge too.
Hey, it's a helicopter.
Yeah. It's not just any helicopter. Actually, it is just any helicopter. That's the problem with Chopper 1, Jay.
Oh, wow.
That is the fatal flaw of this TV cop show from January of 1974. There's no theme. And I think that's a problem. Not really, it's not so much a problem, because who gives a shit? It's,
Hey, Dirk Benedict.
I think our copy of Chopper 1 is a pre-air production file.
Not quite finished yet.
Yeah, they hadn't dropped in the theme music or the end titles.
But this is the premiere episode.
Yeah, this is the pilot episode on which they decided to air this turkey.
Featuring pre-Battlestar Galactica Dirk Benedict and pre-A-Team.
Yep.
Faceman on the A-Team. I don't know what that dude did.
It's Sam Waterston.
It is not, actually.
Yeah. See, by not having any information around it, we don't know who directed it, because it's weird. If you were to look at IMDb, it would tell you that this was directed by Phil Bondelli, who's a guy who directed like 20 Chips episodes. Mm-hmm. He directed a bunch of $6 Million Man episodes, and he directed what's widely considered one of the top episodes of Charlie's Angels, episode 4 of season 1, which is the Angels in Chains episode. Ooh. It's their women in prison episode.
I think I remember that.
But the thing is, if you go look on Wikipedia, it tells you instead that this was directed by E.W. Swackhammer.
Oh.
Which is far more believable. I buy that.
Yeah.
Because this is much more in that guy's style.
And what did he do?
He's a super prolific, essentially cop and legal show, and he specialized in pilots. He was also wildly diverse. He did MASH, Partridge Family, 8 is Enough, SWAT, The Rookies, Nancy Drew, Gidget, believe it or not. Law and Order. He directed the Law and Order pilot.
Well, this show was great under its new name, Airwolf. 10 years later. Helicopter guys solve crime.
Man, it looks cold down there.
Yeah, it's cold in here. Well, I'll tell you what's disastrous about this show is my son, who's 14, he kind of decoded it. He's watching it with me, and he said, so is it just cops in a helicopter? I said, yes, it is. He said, well, who cares? I said, I don't know why anybody would. And actually, nobody did. He said, yeah. He said, it would make sense to me if it was some sort of super chopper that has
Airwolf.
That has like secret devices and supercharged weapons and stuff. I said, that makes sense to me. And now you're telling me there was a show like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but like a decade later. Well, there was the movie Blue Thunder with Roy Scheider.
That I know.
And then Airwolf came out like a year or two later, which is basically a ripoff of that.
That makes complete sense. This is just Adam 12 in a helicopter.
Right.
Which
is probably what it was pitched as.
Right.
Because Adam 12 was big then. An Emergency and there were all these shows that were kind of especially, and now again you got Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and I think they're doing a Chicago EMS show. Like it's kind of they're running out of ideas, obviously, or they did a long time ago.
I guess in 1974, kids just had low standards and they just wanted to see vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have home video yet, where you could just, go to Target and get a disc that just shows, ambulances in action.
Well, they had like those construction equipment videos and stuff.
Right.
I think 90% of the show is just scenes of it's just helicopter footage.
Yep.
It's supposed to be pretty easy to write a script for this show.
Yeah, you could make this show.
Like
All you
no
needed was
words.
2 helicopters. One to shoot the other one.
Looks cold down there. Yeah, sure does.
I think they should have held out for a more charismatic helicopter.
At least have a cleft chin or something,
So more square jawbone,
Blue eyes, maybe.
Yeah. Witty.
Yeah. Could, crack a little joke here and there.
Now you gonna tell me what you were doing all the way out there, son?
Fishing, but they weren't biting.
Wrong answer. I'm throwing you back in. Little turd.
Tim, are you alright? I'm okay, Mom. Are you sure he's alright?
That just makes the whole job worthwhile.
Yep. We call him Little Dumbass. Hey, unlock this thing. Oh.
Hey! Don't want you to get the seat wet.
Screw you.
Shut up, Starbuck.
I don't think they let him out of the helicopter the whole episode.
Thank goodness.
He stays in it the whole thing. Plays commercial here. Thank you.
Can you run, Roger? Unit reporting southeast alarm. Repeat.
Meanwhile, on the set of The Rookies,
Come on, Gil. You look like you died and I forgot to tell you about it.
Yeah.
looks like he's going to a disco.
I got a couple of far-out drunks living
Stole
in the next
Starsky's
apartment.
jacket.
Every time they get loaded, he tries to kill her and she hollers police.
The director, both of you sort of fling your jacket back. You
Look at those
put
belt
your hands on
buckles.
your
5
hips.
times last night.
70s belt buckles.
Is that what you're gonna tell McKeegan when he asks you if you did your reports?
Oh, those reports.
Son of a bitch.
Hi, Art. Hey, fella just called in about you, Foley. Said you better quit flying over while his old lady's taking a sun bath.
Yeah, that's funny. She just smiles and waves.
Yeah, tough life you guys
I think
lead.
the first draft of that was a lot
You do miss
filthier.
out on all those freebie coffee and donuts up there.
Yeah, looks like you've been getting too many, Lou.
Very funny.
Fat jokes. Typical.
Yeah, there's always a locker room, isn't there? Do you think cops actually they can't change at home? They gotta go to work and put on their
Pretty sure they have a
uniform.
locker room.
Juvenile wants you to keep an eye out for possible gang activity at that Northside High School football game tonight.
Yes, sir.
Foley,
Sir?
where's that 459 report?
Oh, the
Almost done,
459.
It's right next to the TPS report that I haven't done.
The 459 reports and the TPS reports and just piles up.
Hey, it's Ponch and John.
Hey, how come we couldn't get one of those lovable old Irishmen for a captain?
How is she, Mitch? Get that beat out? It's out.
It's out.
Considering the treatment this ship gets, I must be the greatest mechanic in history.
Tell me, Mitch, is it true you're at Kitty Hawk with the Wright brothers?
You got fuel for 2 hours and 50 minutes
one.
flying time.
Fuel for 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Don't fall from the
flying
banana
time.
tailpipe.
Tailpipe temperature. Those new mufflers will be hot right at first, so don't burn them out.
How do you think the taxpayers feel that this city just lets cops fly around just cruise around a helicopter? What's that costing fuel?
Hey, gas was like 99 cents a gallon back. Actually, no, it was probably like 25 cents a gallon back then.
My town,
Resources were unlimited. Well, then they had the gas crisis, right? So
my town spends money to let the police just cruise around in a helicopter.
yeah.
You know what else they do? They have Corvettes for kindergartners.
Sure.
Yeah. They have mink coats for dogs.
Wow. Pretty swanky.
Yeah, the fire department puts out all the fires with bottled water.
Ooh.
It's just some other things they do.
Perks. Perks of living here.
Shooting reported. Officer needs assistance.
Must be nice.
Code 3.
Unit 5-5 at 18th Street, moving north. ETA 7 minutes. 1L44 responding 10th and Hancock. ETA 5 minutes.
Roger.
Chopper 1 responding to 10th and Hancock. ETA 30 seconds.
Do you think at any point they did a table read for this, and anybody said, "What if we made it like a comedy? Can we like make this funny?" Or
This was like, I mean, every show was there were so many of these kinds of shows. Like you had like the detective shows with like the one guy, you know, like Barnaby Jones, these kinds of things. Then you had these kind of not even procedural, but just kind of
yeah, I mean, you think
cops doing their job, you know.
Did the executives, like network executives, like show up at screenings for this? Were they aware that they were gonna air this? I mean, they aired this. I think it lasted
like 6 months or something, right?
Yeah, something. I think a little less than that. It shared its slot with something called Firehouse.
Yeah.
So you had cops in helicopters, and then you had firemen sitting around the firehouse. And neither show,
which is kind of like
succeed.
NBC's doing that now, where they get this Chicago Fire, Chicago PD,
okay,
like one after the other. It's like everybody wants to know how Chicago.
But now they know
you
got to inject drama into it. You have to get into the lives of these people, and
yeah, there's none of that here. It's just literally going out and solving crimes. But those shows, it's like so and so sleeping with somebody
it's
else's
only
wife.
about what happens on the beat.
I don't know if that roof will support us.
Well, support me.
Try a ladder.
This guy, he always gets to do the cool stuff, and the other dude's just stuck flying around.
So the characters are emerging, you're saying?
Yes. Look at him, he's like, damn it.
One's the pilot, the other's the grease man.
Yep. Don't mind me.
Sorry, this is Burdick.
I'll go get some pizza.
We just got a call. The possible gunshot victim on the 6th floor.
10-4, I'll check it out.
That was a hot shot. Did you see that? Got the line, then they zoomed out, and then they went right along the air duct like that. Sure. They planned that shot for a solid hour.
No, wait, run this way.
Then the lighting guy benched. Then they broke for lunch.
Oh, my groin.
I'm really tired.
All right, get back in your rooms and stay there. All right, come on in.
They took my wife. You understand?
All right,
They took my wife.
Take it easy. Just come on, sit down.
All right. Your wife.
Whatever.
God.
How many were there?
How many wives? Just one.
Ever see him before?
My wife?
What were they after?
I'll just take this.
What were they looking for?
Who knows? Hey, look, let them go. I don't care what they took. I just don't want them to hurt my wife.
All right, we'll get a medic up as soon as we can.
Never mind that. Don't let them hurt my wife.
I heard you, jackass.
Sarge, can you read me?
I think he wants him to hurt his wife.
Yeah. Reverse psychology.
I've got the male victim on the 6th floor, gunshot wounds. Any location on the suspects?
They're firing on us.
They're somewhere in the hotel.
Captain, they may have a hostage.
Okay, Stephen, get in closer. I don't want to make a move yet.
10-4, I'll take the stairway.
Run down those stairs. Still hovering.
So, of these sorts of shows, what did you see? Like as a kid?
Like Emergency.
I watched Emergency, yeah.
What was that one? Adam 12.
Adam 12 was a little before my time, I feel like.
Watch the FBI. Did you ever watch that show?
FBI and reruns, yeah.
I watched a lot of it in reruns.
Yeah.
My dad watched a lot of
FBI was on in the afternoons when I got home from school. My mom would watch it. I think she had a thing for Ephraim Zimbalist Jr.
Oh, hey, who didn't?
FBI was great because it was super straight-faced, but it was really dorky, And because it was Quinn Martin, was the
Quinn Martin
producer.
Production.
They always did those shows.
Epilogue.
Yeah, they broke it into acts, and they would announce the acts with bumpers. They'd say, the FBI in color at the beginning.
Right.
And then when they came back from each ad break, they'd say, Act 3, the FBI. And then at the end, I think they did it for dramatic effect, but it really just felt like, okay, stupid person.
Right.
Now we got to teach you how TV shows work. Though for a kid, it actually does teach you sort of how...
Counting?
Dramaturgical structure.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, right. 3 act. We want Twinkies. We want a case of beer. And some whipped cream. Stop.
You got it.
And no nuts in the brownies.
Wait. I'm still thinking. What? Oh, crap.
We can do that.
Still running up the stairs.
How many floors are in that hotel?
Lots. Oh, got my cardio in.
I think Gene Fox is still putting out that fire in the barn, Gene Fox.
Hey, Gene Fox, look at that helicopter. That's huge.
Dad?
Not as big as ours, actually.
Can't fit a horse in the back. All right. Hey, everybody, go watch the other episode.
Yeah, watch Lassie's Rescue Rangers.
Captain, to all units in the vicinity of 10th and Hancock. All units withdraw immediately. I repeat, all units withdraw immediately.
That's
Do not
dirty.
attempt to intercept car 5-6.
All right, go in and out.
Chopper 1, come in.
In and out.
Chopper 1.
Wait, just a tip. All right.
We have to get them out of this hotel. There are too many people. But I want you to keep them under surveillance at all times.
It's got to be by noon or they get charged for another day.
And we won't be able to communicate.
Benedict, look like you're interested.
10-4. That robbery victim doesn't read.
You know, he looks... I forgot this dude's name, but he looks like the guy who was on Emergency. He looks like Randy Mantooth.
Friend of Mantooth. You.
Now look,
Give me some chimichangas from the Mexican place down the street.
Right now.
Pronto.
We're going to go that far with those clowns and no further. Yes, let's roll.
Let's roll. Randy Mantooth. That was a what? Emergency, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That show was like a big hit for a couple of years, anyways. Yeah, they won't notice us up here. Nobody can hear a helicopter.
All right, we're moving out here. You keep clear of us, do you understand? Just take it easy. I'm going to route you to the airport. No tricks. I don't want to even see a cop. You follow my directions. Nobody will stop you.
It'd be cool if they had like a rifle, a gun turret up there or something, you know?
Yeah, just anything, right? Just to break
Missile
it up a little.
launcher.
It's like, no, we
Fly
fly.
around.
That's what we do. We fly. We
Drop a guy out every once in a while. He gets back in.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It used to be like hung from the bottom thing and then like, you know, the car and windows in.
I mean, at least even Lassie's Rescue Rangers hang from the bottom of the chopper.
That's right.
And that's a shitty cartoon.
It sure is.
So the guy who looks like Randy Mantooth is named Jim McMullen, and he did a bunch of these kinds of shows.
Right.
I think trying to get something going on. And he was on SWAT. He was on the $6 Million Man. He was on Streets of San Francisco. Bionic Woman, Barnaby Jones.
Periodic work for character actors, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
This obviously wasn't. This was his leading man chance, and I guess he blew it.
But he did stuff all the way to when he died, when I think it was around 2000. But he even had like near the end of his life, he had little tiny, like almost like extra parts and things. He was in even the first Austin Powers movie as a UN guy.
Jeez. Oh yeah, I remember him.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jim McMullen.
Sure, yeah.
Jim McMullen.
I think McMillan.
Boy, you know, a production is bottom end when all of a sudden they turn into the canyon roads of California here.
It's like, wait, we were just downtown.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute, is that an airplane?
So we could shoot here.
Man, if they get up in that, they'll run away from us like a greased pig. Chopper 1 to McKeegan. This is McKeegan, where are you? I called up the highway at Lobus Canyon. I've got a plane waiting for him, 2 miles west, Route 34. All right, 10-4, we're rolling, Bertie.
All right, go ahead and kill him.
Bertie, narco detail identified the guy who was shot. He's a very heavy dealer. And those 2 punks you're following ripped off a shipment of coke and they got it with them.
Punks.
10-4. Let's hit him.
Let's hit him with all we got.
We got no choice.
I love that.
Probably cancel her ticket either way.
Just shoot back at him. Some action in this goddamn thing.
Here you go. You get a genuine action scene here.
We're gonna make it. You got no faith.
Talking to the face man. Come on.
Yeah. Get him.
Stand on top of him.
Buzz him.
Kick him in the nuts.
Break that plane.
Let's see a plane chase like this on the ground.
I wonder if this is based on real life events.
Sure, it's gotta be. The names were changed to protect the guilty.
This makes me want to get my helicopter license.
Yeah. That's a good picture. Millions of kids are going to want to become helicopter pilots after watching this. Not really.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Give me old Buster Keaton.
Maybe we should land. Bam, bam, bam.
Hold it! I get out of here, or I told her right now.
Told her?
For God's sake, let us go, please!
I'll kill her.
That kind of looks like a young Michael Gross from Family Ties.
Which one?
The guy with the gun.
Oh.
That guy, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Kind of looks like
Oh,
him.
maybe it is. I know he played a crook in another movie.
He's played like everything and everything. But
Maybe
it could be the age is right.
He does look like somebody familiar.
Get it, Billy. He's made us.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now shoot him. That'd be awesome. You're just like,
because that's what I do.
That's what you get.
I'm a cop.
Yes, with the bull, you get the horns. All right, which of these do I get?
That's at least
One for you,
half a billion
one for me.
sales.
Two for you, one for me.
How could you be so sure that the dealer's old lady was double-crossing him?
Old
I mean,
lady.
that she wasn't
Call
really
Marcellus
a hostage.
Wallace.
Every narco ripoff I've ever heard of was an inside job.
But his own wife. You remember back there where they got
He's-
in the car?
He's big
They
in
put her in the back
narco.
seat alone.
Sure. He just watches a lot of TV.
He knows the ins and outs of every narco rap.
Every cop show I've
never
seen.
looked at him.
never looked at the gun right at her head. She was more scared of me than him.
Well, sure, you're a psycho.
Something, Burdick?
Well, you're pretty scary.
You think just like a cop.
Yeah, well, one of these days you will, too.
Man, yeah, dick.
See, here's you want the score to flow in, right?
Hey, did you forget to turn the copter off?
Great. Now the rest of the cops show.
Yeah. What the hell were these assholes?
That is so typical.
Like, it didn't take that car that long to get out there.
So typical.
Well, that was a big flying load of crap.
JR Channel's Trust Fund Challenge. Our tweets are at TFund Challenge. You can email us at trustfundchallenge@gmail.com.
Thanks, Rick.